Yeehaw, cowpokes! It's your old friend Dominic here with the All-American Casino Guide. And we're the only channel that's giving you all the tips, tricks, tutorials, and trivia you're going to want to know about casinos and casino games. And today we're talking about Texas Hold'em. Make sure to subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, because it's the only way you're going to not miss every single rodeo we have around here. And we're going to be watching another one of our commentary videos where we look at our cowpokes down here at the studio who did a little late night poker play, and I'm going to go ahead and give them my opinions about what they did right or wrong. All right, pressing play. All right, so first hand we have Cowgirl, the small blind, red star, getting the big blind action, and looks like we have the verdict on the button. Okay, so the first act is Go Long, who's decided to limp in with his ace-7 on suit. Okay, 8-9 strat. The straddler decides he doesn't want to straddle. Jesus, or Jesus, he's gonna. King-9 is, I consider, it's an okay hand. The verdict. Okay, so Cowgirl, this is interesting action. Cowgirl decides to raise. Red Star, just being small blind committed, decides to get out. All he's got is 4-10. So, okay. Go Long with that ace-7 on suit, decides that it's a good hand. He wants to play. Make sure the money's right. Okay. Straddler's already out of the hand. Jesus with that King-9, he really needs to get out of this hand because King-9 is not that good. Obviously, he doesn't know that Cowgirl is holding the only two cards that are really going to help him improve his hand overall. That King's not going to do any good. So go ahead and get out of the hand. Verdict follows suit. So it looks like it's just two-handed now. We got Go Long with his ace-7. He's eking out the slight advantage, I would say, overall. But Cowgirl is actually showing kings. Let's see. Okay, we got another spade. So that's going to be 3 spades for Go Long. I guess, and also a possible straight draw, 5, 6, 7. No help really for Cowgirl. So right now, Cowgirl still has the advantage, and so you see her betting accordingly. Actually, geez, that's quite a big bet for such an early part of the hand. I guess they're trying to push out Go Long, but okay, he's going to match play. He's going to match play that bet. He's not going to raise. It's just.
It is.
All right. Let's see. Okay, a 9. Okay, so now we have 5, 6, 7, 9. Go Long is very close to a straight draw. He's also 4 cards to a flush. So, I mean, this is the time when Cowgirl really needs to bet heavy. And I'm hoping she doesn't do... Oh, it looks like she made a kind of a very token bet. That was not a big enough bet to actually scare anyone out. Yeah. Just a side note, if you really want to scare people out of the hands, anything less than a pot bet is not going to really help you. Okay, so now we have a pair of 6s on the table. So that was 2 pair for Cowgirl, pretty much wrapping up the hand for her. There, I mean, we already know now that Go Long is got nothing. He's got absolutely nothing.
She was too confident on her own hand. She didn't care about the flop, nothing.
Okay, all right.
So Cowgirl wins with a pair.
So let's move on to the next hand. Let's see here. Looks like the dealer this time is Red Star. Go Long. Small blind, straddler, big blind. Jesus is going to be the first to act. He's got 6-10 off suit. Not a good hand. I would get out of this. I mean, I don't know if you even looked at his hand. Jack Queen suited. These are suited connectors. The verdict, does the smart thing. It just plays the big blind. Cowgirl gets out at 10-3. Good call. I'm not sure about Red Star's play. He had 2 clubs, 2-4, but I mean, even though they were almost suited connectors, they're very low valued hands. Okay, so it looks like Go Long's going to match the big blind. Oh, wait. We got some action where the big blind. Oh, no, he raises the big blind, and then the big blind and verdict had to go ahead and match. Let's see what we got here. King, 8, Queen. Okay, so Go Long gets links up with that King. And the Queen for Vendrick, not verdict, sorry, Vendrick, has matched his queen. You know, queen is a very good hand. Just remember that it's, you know, there's still something out there that can beat it. The king and the ace, of course. Stradler is, I mean, he paired an 8. So everyone at this table has matched up something. So this is a real dangerous situation where you're going to have a bunch of people betting, thinking that they actually have something good. Stradler really should not be betting heavy like that with a pair of 8s. There's so many ranks that are better than 8. Okay, some more chips come out from Go Long. Stradler really, this decision should be really easy for them at this point. They don't have enough cards left to get us a flush. All they can hope to do is get another 8. But I realistically would say this is not the right time to play this hand. If Stradler decides to play this hand, it'll be a mistake. I guarantee it. Interesting. Stradler's been reading very well this hand, so he knows that Go Long had a king. He knows he didn't have pair of kings based on his betting. So he's paying attention to the other players, and that's...
Yeah, it's one of those high cards.
I mean, he's...
But my problem is that I can't beat him.
If you can't beat him, you got to get out of the hand.
Trying to be lucky.
You're not going to get lucky. Just... Oh my god, he's actually considering it.
I feel lucky.
He's throwing money away. I guarantee it. And Vendrick, the last act...
Didn't do magic. I call. Adam is the magician here. Okay,
All right, so the only thing that can help
I don't think he has anything. He's just...
Vendrick can win with a queen.
No, you can. Go all in.
Oh, Vendrick with the 3rd queen.
No, but it's not your turn.
Yeah, it's his first.
How much is that?
Not much.
So Go Long has, I mean, it's kind of crazy. He thinks he's got 2 pair. He was already trying to go all in before this, so he's pretty much telegraphed that he thinks his hand's great, but of course Stradler gets the first option. I mean, Stradler is just totally should fold. He didn't get the 3rd 8. He's got 2 pairs, queens and 8s. He knows he doesn't have the good hand, so he throws it. Oh, 3 queens. So bad. So bad. Oh, so that's going to be the end of Go Long.
Yeah.
So now we've moved the players around the table. We're only going to be playing 5-handed from now on. All right. So the first to act is Vendrick, who decides with his pair of 7s. This is oh my gosh, we have a pair of aces, a pair of 7s, and a pair of 6s on this hand. Okay, very interesting. Cowgirl, see, a pair of 6s is not a great hand to play. Red Star does the intelligent thing here with Jack 6 off suit. He folds the hand. Don't play too many hands. Don't just play hands because you want to play some poker. I mean, at the end of the day, sure, if you want to just have something to do, but if you're trying to win, money, you're not doing yourself any favor playing like that. So Stradler is very much analyzing this game from an intelligent angle. He folds the hand. He was not that pot committed. He just with the small blind 7 king, he gets out. The big blind decides to re-raise, of course, because he's got aces, as he should.
I already put 100, right?
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, I'm saying the total. It's just easier.
All right. Vendrick decides to
Yeah.
call the raise with his pair of 7s.
Whoa. You get banned from this casino for saying that to me.
Excuse me? You might know real dear.
Ban for life.
All right. Cowgirl really believes in her pair of 6s.
Calls, cowgirl calls.
I mean, you got 2 cards, and obviously Jesus has the slight advantage with his aces. That's pretty obvious, but anything can happen. I mean, there are going to be a lot more cards dealt out before this hand is over. So let's see how it goes. 10 of diamonds, 10 of spades, and a 6 of spades. Okay. So we have Cowgirl sitting with 3 of a kind, but of course Jesus and Vendrick are both sitting with 2 pair. I mean, this is quite interesting. In the first act, well, of course, Jesus, he goes all in.
put 95 here, and then.
He goes all in with his 2 pairs, 10s and aces. Vendrick, thinking that he's got 2 pairs, 10s and 7s, decides to go match that bet. I think that was really not a very smart play. You should have just let. Obviously, either Vendrick thinks that he's still got some, like he's gonna match that 10 or get another 7. I don't know what he thinks is exactly gonna happen. I really think he's chasing bad money here. So they move the pot because the money's good. We still got 2 more cards to go here. Jesus is already all in, so we have the side pot. Oh, it looks like a lot of raise, re-raise. Okay.
No, side pot.
Side pot.
Alright.
Somebody's all in.
So I just showed.
No, they still play. That's my part of the pot if I will have.
Okay, an 8 makes an appearance.
Or
8 of
if they
diamonds. Let's see. No real threats of any flushes. No threats of any straights, really. Okay, and the 3 of clubs, no help anywhere there. So this is all locked in that 3 sixes is going to take everything.
Okay, six.
Full house.
Full house.
And I lose with fucking aces.
I mean, yeah, when you have a full house on the flop,
Calls can be aggressive.
you need to slow play. You need to slow play that hand. When you have a full house on the flop, slow play the hell out of it. Just be matching bets and raise, re-raising. You need to keep sucking as much cash into the table as possible, especially when you have. I mean, that could have gone really pear-shaped though if a third 10 had appeared. Cowgirl could have really been in a bad spot. So she's the first to act. Looks like she's the chip leader right now. She's sitting with a fancy 10 ace diamond. I would say that's a pretty good position to be. Not great. I mean, obviously aces, kings, jacks, queens would be better, but those are connectors. Not actually connectors, but they are definitely a straight draw, definitely a flush draw. So we go matching bets on the big blinds. The dealer, who's sitting on ace 7, decides to fold. Red star hasn't really played any hands yet. Jesus decides to limp in on the small blind, and the big blind's happy with the money. Okay, let's see. Ace 9 5. Okay, so the first to act, of course, is Cowgirl. I'm sorry, rather Jesus, who he matched his 5. He makes a very modest big blind bet. Vendrick decides to get out because he's just got a really bad straight draw. Let's see. Cowgirl, who's sitting, decides to stay in the hand with her pair of aces. I would too. Okay, looks like now it's 2 pair, 9s and aces, with a 10 kicker. 9-10 jack. Nope, just 9. Pair of 5s and a pair of 9s. So 2 pair for Jesus as well. Cowgirl doing the smart move here. She's got the strong hand, so she's betting heavy, trying to suck more chips out of Jesus. He really should get out of the hand, but he's going to continue chasing after this. The only out that he has right now is to get a third 5. So let's just see what happens here. Let's. Oh, another ace. Okay, so we're looking at aces and 5, or sorry, ace and 9s is the best hand, which that's the community hand. I don't know what he's doing at this point. He's thinking his jack kicker is going to be enough. I don't think. I think he's in for a rude awakening here in a moment. Cowgirl has already wrapped up the hand. She's got another full house, aces and 9s. Oh my God, he's calling. He wants to see if he. Don't call bets to see if someone's bluffing. All right. Only call a bet if you think you legitimately have the best hand. All right. This is exactly Jesus. He ended up losing a lot of money on this hand because all he wanted to know was what Cowgirl had. I don't care what you have. I only care if my hand is the best hand at the table. All right. So she is clearly dominating right now. So but now she's the big blind. So she's in a unique position. Jesus on the button. Let's see, Red Star with Queen 4, first act, he's going to fold. He's playing very conservatively tonight, the Red Star. He's essentially waiting for that perfect hand. Stradler with 7 ace hearts suited. He's gonna push in heavy. Actually, he's not just going for a big blind. He looks like he's.
10, yeah, that's 10, 20, 30, 40.
50, yeah.
He decides to bet 50.
$50.
$50.
I call.
Jesus calls with King 10 hearts suited. Vendrick pair of 4s was the big blind. Cowgirl gets out with her 6-9 offsuit. So we're looking at 3 hands here. Stradler, Jesus, and Vendrick. Okay. Oh, a 9. Queen 9. Oh, Cowgirl's probably kicking herself in the saddle right now. She could have been really holding on to that 9. Have 3 of a kind. I mean, when you're hot, you're hot. All right. If you're getting, if you honestly, if you're getting full houses all night, just keep going with it. All right, there's something going on. When you got a hot streak going, you got to keep thinking that it's gonna last. Once you, of course, that streak breaks, you got to get out. But she's the last 2 hands, she's gotten a full house, and I would just keep playing like that. That every hand's gonna be a full house for you. If she had, she would probably. I mean, I would not be surprised at this point if another queen or a 6 doesn't show up and put her in a position where she could have had another full house. I wouldn't be surprised. But right now it looks like 2 pair for Vendrick. Okay, there's a 5 of clubs.
Check.
Looks like nobody's gonna be getting the flush.
Good check.
Ooh, okay, interesting. So she would have had the full house. Again, look, a pair of 5s, a pair of 9s, she has a 9 in her hand. She would have had a 3rd full house in a row. She would be cleaning this table up. But she decided that, $50 was too much because, that's the breaks. When you have 6-9 offsuit and someone raises the big blind, the smart thing to do is get out of the hand. So she did the smart thing, but ultimately she did the dumb thing because she was going off a streak. And you should trust the streak over the position or the math associated with it, with your hand. I mean, she should have stuck in at least for the flop. If she didn't get anything out the flop, I would have got out of the hand. But she's such a chip leader, she can afford at this point in time to be playing stupidly. And now she's broken the streak by folding her hand. And so Vendrick now is going all in with his pair of 9s and his pair of 5s.
Well,
I'm
playing
the hand and the communal hand is better than the hand he's offering the table. This is just bad all around. It looks like we have a whole. It comes down to an ace. It honestly comes down to an ace, and Stradler wins the hand because of an ace. It is unbelievable. This is one of the reasons why people are so obsessed with aces, and what they can do, because they can turn a bad hand into a winning hand. All right, so looks like we're down to 4 players now. Jesus, Cowgirl still the chip leader. Red Star, he's playing very conservatively. Stradler playing kind of intelligently. He's very analytical. Jesus, this is pretty much his last hand. He should fold this hand. I'm telling you right now, with the chips he's got left, he's got 2 queen offsuit. He should get out of the hand. Stradler decides to go ahead and move in with a big blind bet. Jesus is debating. He's going to fold the hand, as he should. Cowgirl with jacks, with fish hooks. She's hopefully going to be intelligent enough to call the big blind. Oh, she's going to raise. Good call there. Get the players out before, because jacks is not that good. But if you play aggressively pre-flop, so she got Red Star out because Red Star has been playing very conservatively. I would have been very concerned if I was Cowgirl and then Red Star all of a sudden called my raise when he's the big blind, because the way he's playing leads me to believe 100% that he's playing super conservatively. And so the fact that he's going to call a big bet like that would be concerning to me. So Stradler is very analytical,
guys.
and
How are you?
so now he's really debating if King 2 suited is a good play for him. Statistically, no. Yes, he does have a good chance for he could potentially have a flush, but his top card is a king, which can be beaten by aces. His bottom card is a 2, which is beaten by everything. Quite frankly, I don't see this as a great hand. Especially, I mean, we know that Cowgirl has a pair of jacks, but obviously he doesn't know that, and he's really debating this right now. He's really, he's very deliberate in his decision making.
Make those decisions.
Very deliberate. Oh Jesus. Okay, there you go.
I have to.
He's decided he wants to chase.
Yeah, I feel it's a bad decision, but
All right.
let's see what
He even says it's a bad decision. He says this is a bad decision, and he's doing it anyway.
might be very good to me.
It might be very good to me. It's not going to be though. Okay, he matches the 2, but it's a pair of 2s. It's a pair of 2s. He got a 3rd diamond, the queen of diamonds. All right. Ultimately, if Jesus had stayed in this hand, he'd have the best hand right now with a pair of queens. But right now, Cowgirl, she's got.
You really trust that high pair you have on your hand, right?
Stradler is reading her hand so well. He knew that she had a pocket pair, and it was a high pocket pair. He's hoping that she doesn't have queens. He's got a pair of 2s. She puts a solid bet in. He needs to fold. He needs to fold this hand.
She has a high
And I'm really wondering if he's going to, because he likes to analyze this, and then he likes to use the chips as a way to see what you had so he can get more information. He's kind of an information junkie. He just needs more information about how you're playing so he can use that to his advantage. I think it's a little too late, though. I think.
This stage, absolutely.
Come on, man, fold the hand. You know it's not a good
like
move.
after I folded. Yeah, no, I'm folding.
He's folding. All right, he declared a fold. All right, so she's back. Cowgirl's back on the button. Jesus is the first to act. He's got King 9 suited. He's short stacked as you can get. Essentially, he needs to go all in on this hand if he wants to play it, and he is. He's all in. Okay, so this is an exciting moment. Let's all get out of our chairs. Is Jesus going to double up? Not on Cowgirl's watch. With her money anyway. She folds King 10-7 off suit. Red Star finally going to go in heavy. He's going to, because he's got a pair of 8s. But this is not exactly the best hand to go in heavy because all he's going to do is push out Stradler, who's going to fold with 4-10
Otherwise, I would have
bank showdown.
off suit. So the money's good. They can flip their cards over because it's just two-handed.
Let's see the cards. Mine is bigger than yours.
What did you just do? You said
So
you
essentially
put
just
both
Jesus
with
double up here.
Yeah,
We're going to see.
But you have many streets. You can run for a flush.
So I'm gonna
you
show
can
all
straight.
cards.
Yeah.
2 over
Then you
cards.
pair, so
Yeah,
I think you're ahead.
Ace.
I have 50-50.
Come on. Queen.
King.
King. Okay, so it looks like Jesus has now got a pair of kings. We're not over yet.
Every time.
No, you burn when you do the flop, then you burn one for the.
All right, and the next one, 3 of diamonds, no help there.
Don't do
We're
it.
looking for an 8,
Just not an
or another king, another queen, or an ace. Oh my God, 3
Back to
kings.
the game. 100.
So he doubles up. He went from 70 to 140. Unfortunately, not,
Three of a kind.
but he's still in the game. All he needs is a chip and a chair. But later on, he got knocked out the following hand. So now we're just down to Stradler, Cowgirl. Cowgirl's big blind. She's got a pair of 4s. Red Stars first to act. 8-10 off suit. What is he gonna do? What is he gonna do? What is he gonna do? He folds. Stradler, Jack 8. He's going to try to bully Cowgirl, who just has nothing but a pair of 4s. Makes a big bet.
Make it 100.
Ooh, she rebets. She re-raises.
20 actually.
I can't. I need to have a little bit of luck, so I'm gonna.
And so Stradler decides to go all in. Cowgirl definitely has him covered.
I
To the
can
battle.
count it like so. That's.
Oh gosh, I hate it when this is the awkward count moment where you've already announced that you'll call, but like now we have to like actually figure out what it is.
200.
Oh gosh, he has to count his chips. Oh, I'm gonna call all in. How much do I got here? Oh, there we go. That's another 100, 200, 500, 1,000. I mean, we should just roll the cards and see if it even matters at this point. Because if Cowgirl wins, she doesn't even have to pay anything. She just takes all of Stradler's chips. Which, if that's the case, I mean, it's pretty much wrapped up because Red Star is playing way too conservatively, and
400.
I mean, his heads up play might be just impeccable. I don't think so though. Unless his heads up play is impeccable, I don't think playing just
500.
like he's playing. I mean, he might change his strategy, of course, if he went heads up.
500 in total.
500 in total. Okay, so she's got. All right. So let's see. What's a third 4 is just gonna devastate her. Okay.
Oh, it's a coin flip.
Pocket 4s. I've seen a lot of hands turn into something with pocket 4s. Let's see. 3 of diamonds. No help there. Jack of clubs. There we go. A match with Stradler. And 9 of clubs.
I'm looking good.
No help there for anybody. Ooh, looks like we have 6 of diamonds. No help there for anyone. Oh, 8 of diamonds. Okay, so unfortunately that's not enough diamonds for a flush draw for Cowgirl, but that's 2 pair for Stradler. So he's going to double up on this hand.
No, 1,000 total.
So that concludes this commentary video where I just took a look at some of the play of our people from in-house doing some late night poker. Some real smart plays there. I was really impressed with Cowgirl's overall performance. Being a relative newcomer to the game of Texas Hold'em, she was playing pretty smart. The one thing I can really criticize her for was she wasn't trusting her streak. She had gotten 2 full houses in a row, and then she subsequently folded that hand where she had like 6-9. And had she decided to stay in that hand, she actually would have ended up with a 3rd full house in a row. And I mean, it didn't really matter at that point. She was so far ahead on the chip count, but that would have really solidified her. And ultimately, it would have made a move on the table that would have created an atmosphere of aggression where people would be almost afraid to go up against you because you've been getting nothing but the nuts all night. Stradler, I was very impressed with how he was analyzing each player and their play style, their betting style, taking in information that he was, distilling piece by piece. And he was actually calling people out on what he thought their hands were, and he was actually really close. He knew, for example, that in that one hand where Cowgirl had the pair of jacks, he knew she had a high pair. Just based on the way she was playing, but that of course, she was televising it rather well. I commend Red Star for his strategy of being conservative. It certainly was a good one because it kept him in the game very long, but ultimately he was kind of bleeding chips because he wasn't playing anything. I mean, if the cards aren't there, the cards aren't there. But ultimately, you got to end up playing a hand at some point. And he should have been playing more hands where he was the last to act in the hand. He was folding just way too much. Jesus was playing a little too aggressively. And unfortunately, by the time he actually got a good winning hand, there was too few takers on it for him to get enough chip count on it, and he got swept out. So, like I said, guys, you need to always play high hands or high connectors, high suited connectors, definitely great hands. Avoid, mismatched hands where it's, for example, 2-8 offsuit or King-9 offsuit. These are not good hands for you. They're not builder hands. They're not even solid hands that have the bones of a good hand. You're going to lose to somebody. Someone's going to have a better hand than you. The pair of 4s, I didn't think the pair of 4s was going to really pay out, and I was right about that. A pocket pair, you feel like you're very strong. You think that it's going to be a hand that you can play. Because if it's a pocket pair, you think, but you have to realize that the only thing that's going to improve your pocket pair is pairs, like a 3 of a kind on the table, going to turn it into a full house, or a pair on the table, it's going to turn it into 2 pair. But remember, any pair that's in the community, that's usable by anybody. So you realistically need to get a trips or a quads, and that's really unlikely because you already are holding 2 in your pile. So I don't know. You don't really want to play these low hands, these low pocket pairs like 3s, 4s, deuces, 6, 7. 7 is where I start drawing the line and say that's a decent pocket pair. Guys, I hope you found this video entertaining. If you liked it, go ahead and slam that like button. Leave any comments down below for any particular play that you thought was interesting in this video. Make sure to check out the rest of the channel. We have a number of videos like this one where I watch some live poker and give some commentary and give my final thoughts on the whole session. There's a number of tutorials and strategy videos on a variety of different games like Texas Hold'em, even Omaha and Blackjack slot machines. Definitely want to check out all those videos. Slam that subscribe button, ring that subscription bell so you don't miss any of the notifications. And guys, remember, play responsibly.